Well,
How's it going?
Joshua, it's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. What a pleasure to speak with you. Thanks for your time, my
What a
friend.
pleasure. What a pleasure. Thank you for
Uh,
having me.
Pleasure indeed. I hope you'll stay with me. Not for forever, just for this interview. Don't go away. Sorry, man, I had to.
Oh man.
It's a bit early for that, isn't it? You're in the UK at the moment, is that right? Ready for the Leeds Festival on Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for getting up so early. How are you finding it? Is it your first time over there?
Yeah. It's the first time over in Scotland area and Leeds and stuff like that. So but we've been in like London, Manchester, Southampton before, stuff like that for Slam Dunk last year.
Of course, yeah. So, how's it all going so far this trip?
It's going well. It's going well. Like the crowd has been loving us. We've been having a good time. Good vibes all around.
Magnificent stuff. And speaking of good vibes, I mean, Joshua, man, we are thrilled that you're coming to Australia to see us for Good Things Festival in December. I mean, have you been here before?
No, it'll be our first time in Australia.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to?
Uh, the food, the food, dude, definitely. I wanna check out some of the local food that you guys have out there.
Oh, excellent stuff. Well, the thought of hearing your magnificent voice live is exciting in itself when listening to Stay or Tequila. And of course, love what you did with This Wild Life, with How You Forget Us. By the way, that was
Thank you.
absolutely brilliant. But the real excitement, the genuine cause for jubilation is hearing the whole Magnolia Park band performing tracks like Manic and Love from Soul Eater or Do or Die and Breathing from Moon Eater. Although Nothing Nowhere and Ethan Ross probs won't fit into your luggage for this trip. But and of course, Heartstopper. My God, I've just stopped listening to Heartstopper and I can't get enough of it. What tracks do you find are just fan favorites and really light up an audience?
Definitely breathing with nothing nowhere. That's like has been one of our favorites lately. Of course, 10 for 10. Feel something, of course. Misfits, of course. We haven't played LOVE yet. We haven't played Heartstopper or anything really off of the newer stuff other than like breathing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yep.
breathing and homicide. But who knows? It could be we could be popping it in here and there pretty soon.
Oh, what a concept. I mean, there's so many brilliant collaborations in your music, and with 408 and Decode on Soul Eater, Nothing Nowhere, Ethan Ross, Honey Revenge. I mean, my God, Grieve, all on Moon Eater. Do you find that those tracks are just a little odd to perform, live without the contributor there, just a little off in your ear?
Um, yes and no. Sometimes, especially like if it's a female feature, it's kind of weird to do because
Sure.
I have to like sing their parts as well, so I had to like kind of pitch my voice up a little bit. But
Indeed, of course, yeah.
for the other features, I'm just like, all right, let's go for it. Let's just do it. I'll do both parts. Let's just go for it. Um, but yeah, it's fun, honestly. Singing the feature parts whenever they can't come out, just because it tests me to elevate my vocals even more, to make sure
Oh,
that I match the energy that they've brought on these tracks.
of course, but like you need testing. I mean, when I think about your magnificent catalogue so far, and you really have the Midas touch, there's no two ways about it. Every track must be absolutely killer live. We can't wait to hear them at Download Festival. So at Good Things Festival. Oh my God, I'm going to have to cut that out. How do you go about deciding on a set list for a live show?
Um, we normally do it by like what's being listened to the most, and we kind of pick from those and say, all right, guys, all right, they like these on Spotify, so let's see if we can play these live type of things.
Yep.
And then obviously we have our just like our fan favorites that we just love playing, and we know that the fans are gonna love, but we kind of pick from those as well.
Indeed, absolutely. Uh, Tracks like Feel Something with Derek Sanders from Mayday Parade, I mean, all of your crowd collaborations for that matter, become so epic and reach a whole other level of accomplishment. What do you enjoy personally most about collaborations, Derek? Oh, Joshua,
Getting
God, what's wrong with me tonight? Just sorry.
oh, you're good, you're good. Getting to know the artist and getting to like get a feel for how they go about music in general.
Yeah,
Like just that goes a long way, and it goes how can I say it? Their personality shows through how they do their recordings and how they send us their tracks and stuff like that. You can learn a lot about a musician from that. So the fact that all these musicians who are much larger than us and have been in the game a lot longer were willing to, put their neck on the line and do these covers, not these covers, do these features for us is just always amazing. It's always like good spirited times for us.
Most certainly. And of course, while we're on a few tracks from Baku's Revenge, I think I should have listened to my friends as an absolute fan favorite and is going to be Down Under. So please, can we beg and get you to perform that at Good Things Festival for us? We
Who
can't
knows? Who
wait.
knows? It could be in there. It could be in there.
And the video clip is just fantastic. Is there just a little bit of Blink 182 influence in there in that clip?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah. We were like, all right, we want to do basically it's like Sick of It All Part Two. The video at least. And we were like, all right, let's see what we can do. And we are like, we love Blink. Let's just do something kind of similar. And that's kind of like how we did it. A lot of our videos have some sort of nostalgia to the older pop punk scene in them a lot.
Of course, of course. And look, I freely confess that I'm absolutely in love with the premise behind your EP and album titles because of my own love of Japanese mythology. If one summons the Baku and it's not satisfied after consuming nightmares, he will devour one's hopes and dreams. Man, you've just done brilliantly with that. What have you done releasing the Baku?
Yeah, thank you for noticing, honestly. Just the fact that we did get that from Japanese lore. Like all of our EPs have been from like the lore of Japan. We've been wanting to go to Japan for a while. We all love Japanese culture. I grew up on like anime and Harajuku style stuff, and I was like, you know what? I just love this. I love this aesthetic. And so does Tristan, and we were like, let's just create some cool things with it. And basically the birth of mostly everything Magnolia Park has been from these Japanese lores that have been coming out.
I think people really enjoy discovering that too. I mean, we see Baku on your music videos, but we also see TV Head. I believe you also have Pumpkin Eater, Reaper, and Century appearing. Have you seen these characters starting to appear at live shows? Are people starting to make up costumes?
Not yet, not yet. I've seen a few tattoos of like obviously like of Baku. I've seen tattoos of like TV Head and Pumpkin Eater, but I haven't seen people actually do the full get up at these shows. I would love to see it.
Oh, wow. Good Things Festival in December in Australia. Come on, Australians, we've got to get to it and live up to what's a magnificent premise from Magnolia Park. It's brilliant. I mean, but the whole concept of seeing you play live in Japan, you let me know when it's happening. I have to be there. I think it would go nuts in Japan.
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely trying for next year to come out to Japan and play a few shows out there as well. Man,
It would,
we've been
oh,
dying to.
it'd be insane. It would. And of course, I'm not sure of the time slots yet for a Good Things Festival, but playing daylight festivals or festivals in a daylight slot, how does the performance dynamic alter for you? Is it a bit of a different vibe if you're playing in daylight as opposed to tonight?
Um, Not really. It's more depending if it's blazing hot outside or if there's like a nice breeze. Just because we don't want to overheat. So like if it's too hot and there's no breeze, we kind of like we still perform to our best ability, but we try not to move as much as we could when the temperature's kind of down, just because we don't want to overheat and pass out and stuff on stage. But like other than that, we always put it all out there no matter what.
Absolutely. And I can't encourage people enough to jump on and have a look on the internet at your shows around the world to see what we're in store for in December at Good Things Festival. We can't wait. I mean, even just the thought of Homicide blasting out live from a stage is it's doing my head in. I cannot wait. But is there a live performance that really stands out to you, Joshua, has been as significant as importance? Has there been one that's really significant in your memory?
Honestly, breathing, I would say, is one of those performances. Every single time we play it, we have the crowd sing along with us.
Oh,
And the absolute roar that we hear from the crowd throughout these choruses are just amazing. Like, we know that they love the song. We know that they're really fighting for the song, and the song means a lot. Like, it's not just a song that we've written. I mean, it has a message behind it that I think that everyone latched on to really tight, and I couldn't be more happier about how that song came out, especially when we play it live. It's just amazing.
Which must be an incredible feeling, and one that must be unique to somebody like yourself, to see a song that you put heart and soul into along with the band, watching it take its first steps like a young infant on stage. There must be an incredibly proud feeling for you when the crowd really celebrate.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, every single time I'm smiling. I'm having a good time when that song comes on, just because I know that, like, people hear it.
Absolutely.
Like, they're listening, but they actually hear it. Yeah, and that's something completely amazing.
Indeed, that's nuts. Okay, favorite collaborations, all-time favorite collabs. Who would you put in your top one?
That's hard, because
It is.
there's a lot of stuff that people haven't heard yet.
Oh wow.
Uh, for me personally, I will always say Derek Sanders, because he's like, Mayday Parade has been a big inspiration to me for over 10 years. They've like I've covered their songs when I was a solo musician. I've played shows doing their songs. I've um our first tour, they brought us out. Like, he allowed me to sing with him on stage. It's been like something very special.
Indeed.
So for
And
me
it's so
personally,
like him. He's such a great guy. He's
he's a sweet dude. He's a sweet dude. I love him. Love him.
oh, most certainly. And of course, I don't often ask this question. It's a little bit pedestrian, but being a big fan, I have to ask you, your musical influence. Who would you list amongst your influences in music?
Lincoln Park, Bring Me the Horizon. I'm speaking on me personally.
Sure.
Linkin Park, Bring Me the Horizon, System of a Down, um, Michael Jackson, The Weeknd, Juice World, Trippie Red, um, Labyrinth.
That's a hell of a list.
Hmm?
That's a hell of a list right there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
brilliant.
it's all over. It's all over. I get inspiration from a lot of different artists for different reasons, but yeah, it's all over.
And you can see in your performances and your music that you're absolutely loving what you do, which I think is the key to existence. Find what you love and make it pay. But I have to ask about the next album. Baku continues his mischievous reign, or whatever shape their title may take. When can we see a new album, do you think?
Uh, October.
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 Brilliant.
October.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
cannot wait. And look, Joshua, I realize you've got more commitments, but I can't thank you enough for taking time to chat for me today. We look forward very much to see you in December for your visit at Good Things Festival, along with Tristan, Freddie, Joe, and Vincent. So please, safe travels to you and all the guy. And honestly, thank you for coming to Australia. It's going to be a mass celebration for Magnolia Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Pleasure. Travel safely, my friend.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Rowan, before you leave, Tessa and I have got a bit of a surprise. I've got your +1 to Evanescence next week.
Oh my God, really? That's nearly as exciting as Magnolia Park visiting. Oh, thank you very much, Janine. That's wild. Thank you very kindly.
You are welcome.
Now, would you please let me trim this interview so that I can do Joshua justice and cut out some of my mistakes there? It's late in
Yeah,
the day.
that's fine. But thank you again for your time tonight.
Pleasure indeed. And thank you so much, Evanescence. That'll be great. You can come too, Joshua. Just fly over from UK and we'll be set. Great to meet you,
Thank you.
Joshua. Thanks so much for your time.
See
Great
you
meeting you as
later.
well.
Bye-bye.
Uh,